Hey guys, Barry here with Geek Out Studio doing my first video tutorial on how to paint miniatures, starting with how to paint an Imperial Knight. This video will cover how to actually construct it. Next video will cover painting. This one I'm particularly showing how I magnetize the arms. At the time of filming, the other knights hadn't come out, so we'll just be covering the basic Imperial Knight in this video. Start by clipping the bits from the frame, putting them together, and cleaning the mold lines. Make sure to also assemble to the point where any further construction would inhibit painting. At this time, I'm actually dry fitting the pieces together to make sure everything will work and I'm actually going to magnetize the arm. In this shot where you can't really see, there's a canister in the back of the cannon that I'm making sure will fit along with the green stuff and magnet that will actually be placed in front of the arm. Here you can see how I glued in the magnet inside the cannon arm. Of course, you'll also notice a mistake. The cannon arm is actually supposed to be attached to the arm before you put it together, so I actually had to pull it apart shortly after taking this clip and glue it with the magnet, green stuff, and everything to the arm. And I'm just kind of cleaning up any excess green stuff so the mantlets will fit flush. Next, I started to get pieces prepared to get the mantlets to attach. For the melta-cannon, I simply just cut out a small piece of metal and fit it into the slot with some green stuff. Here, I'm just pressing the melta-cannon down so it'll connect smoothly and seamlessly to the mantlet. Next, I drilled a small hole behind the battle cannon mantlet where the heavy stubber ammo box and gun actually goes, and I put a medium-sized magnet in there. Here I'm just dry fitting it to make sure it'll fit flush and everything. Now I'm again making sure everything will fit. So now what we're actually going to do is use a bit of green stuff, and I use 5-minute epoxy resin to glue everything down. Mainly because super glue has a tendency that it will weaken over time and can actually separate. So here I'm going to be putting the heavy stubber magnet in first, and then we'll move on to the next. As with the heavy stubber magnet, I just take some green stuff with the little sheet of metal, affix it inside the melta cannon mantlet, and then with some 5-minute epoxy, I'll just kind of glue it all in with the epoxy to make sure it's all secured. With the battle cannon mantlet, again, I use green stuff, but this time I put in a magnet. Also, again, with 5-minute epoxy to secure everything. Now I'm sizing and placing a magnet on the side to receive the battle cannon ammo box and the melta cannon chemical canisters. However, the first magnet I put on was too big, so you'll see me in a moment. I actually have to rip it off. So at least to show you that yes, mistakes can happen. It's just knowing how to recover from them. And here's the mantlets actually being tested. You can see they hold up fairly well. little jiggle, very little jiggle. They can spin, but if you're not purposely spinning them, they're not going to really move. For the heavy stubber, there's a little slot on the side of the cannon that will actually hold it in place, so all you need is really the magnet, and that's it. I drill holes in the melta canister to place a magnet in, so it'll attach to the side. For the battle cannon ammo box, I just simply made a rack with a magnet to attach it. Here you can see I'm having to pull the magnet off to put actually a smaller magnet on there. Once the smaller magnets in place, it works a lot better, and here I'm actually showing and test fitting the different components on. So this is pretty much everything that it took to magnetize it. A few days worth of work. I generally don't like magnetizing things, but large models are easier to magnetize than smaller ones, and this only had two options, so magnetizing it really kind of worked. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot that goes into it, just a little bit of time, patience. But here's the Titan finished up and ready for paint. I hope you guys enjoyed the first tutorial. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave any comments if you have them, and I'll see y'all later with part 2.